a resume or a CV, to write a CV. Okay. First, do you know what's a resume or a CV?
No, sir.
When you want to apply for a new job, they ask for your resume. This resume include the general information. Let me show you mine. So basically, this is how a resume looks. Okay, it includes different sections. And it tells about your professional work and why the employers should hire you. Okay. Now we'll talk about some information you should include in the resume and how you can make a good impression using a resume. Okay, so about you graduate from university, so no, you're not. You need to begin preparing your resume. So the first thing you do after graduation or when you want to apply for any job is to prepare a resume or a curriculum vitae. Okay, so a CV, it's a curriculum vitae. So there are differences actually in real life between a CV and a resume. What we're doing, so this is called the resume. It's not called the
Is يعني
CV.
curriculum?
Curriculum منهاج.
Thank you.
Okay. So this is the summary one is called the resume. Okay. The CV should include much more information and much more details. Only few company ask for a CV, but it is now known. They call the resume same as CV. Okay. This is why this is one information people don't know. So you get your foot in the door. Most companies will ask for a resume before giving a job interview, okay? So your CV or resume must represent you and make the company want to interview you, okay? So this is basically making a first impression before meeting the company, okay? Before making the first step inside the company and going for the interview. Some companies receives hundreds of resume a week. Therefore, yours must stand out. Your resume is one of the most important documents you will prepare for your career in your job placement. So to cut this short, so how to write a resume? Let's call it a resume, okay? So standard size paper or white paper. So this is a very important information that it should be an A4 paper, white paper, okay? Are you guys following?
Yes.
Okay. Standard business font and size, like Times New Roman in a black size, in a
Yes.
black ink. Okay, we'll talk about the size. Let's check my resume again. So I'm 31 years old, so I have been in different position and I have more experience than a new grad, okay? Which means I have more information to include in my resume. I need to make sure that my resume does not exceed one paper. Okay, so it should be only one paper, okay? Guys,
Esther.
ماشي. So one paper, which means I need to make the font size readable and understandable so I can make it fit in one paper, okay? It's fine to go for a second one, but it will make much more sense to keep it one paper. Okay, so I did it, if you can see here, size 10. And of course, I'm using the Times New Romans. Okay, this is the most famous one for business font. Okay. So use heading and space between sections. So heading, 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 and these are sections. So, okay. Use bullet or brief to the point phrases. Always allows at least 1/2 inch border margin all the way around your resume. Avoid the words I, me, mine, or resume. Avoid unnecessary or distracting punctuation, borders, or graphic. Okay, so you're not actually making a graphical design resume. You're making a simple resume to apply to make an impression for your employers. Okay, so you don't have to like worry about the design of your resume, put some graphics and these stuffs. Okay. So large corporation receives hundreds of resumes daily through the mail or internet. The person responsible of hiring may have about 10 seconds to read each one and make a decision. You see? So
Yes.
the HR have only 10 seconds to read this. Do you think he or she will be reading all of it in 10
No.
seconds? No, they will actually have an impression about it. Okay, so they will look at it. If it looks interesting, they will read it. If not, they will throw it away. Okay, so we're talking not only about 100, we're talking about, so for example, let's say Google is opening a new position. Can you imagine how many people will apply to Google?
Yes. Millions.
In a country, now we're not saying worldwide. So it will be like, for example, let's say more than 1,000 in a week. Okay, so they have, of course, a huge HR department, human resources department, but still, this is a large number of people, of applicants. So it will take each human resource to 10 seconds to look at your resume. If it's interested, they will actually read it. If it's not, they will throw it away. Okay. Okay, so moving on. Then that person schedule an interview with the chosen candidate. Okay, so this is not just the final step. You still have the interview, which is the hardest way to get the job. So your resume is like an advertisement about yourself. You want to sell your services to the company. You want them to want you. Okay, so your resume must stand out and make a positive impression. And the 10 seconds spent reading your resume, the person doing the hiring wants to know. Okay, no. Current employment, yes. Your education degree, not all the time. Your last 2 or 3 jobs. Okay, so let's see this one. When a candidate open this, they will take a look at the degree. Then they will look only here. They will not go very far. This is because we're talking about 10 seconds. Okay, so they will look from which university you studied, and they will take a look at your recent employment. Okay, some people basically write here objective, but this is not actually supported anymore. Okay, so they don't care about your name. People, big companies don't care about your name at the beginning. Okay, so if they are interested, they will take the information from here and contact you. Okay, your last 2 or 3 jobs, how long you have worked in your field. This is very important. So if you can see here, okay, so we have here, so this is the period in each organization. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so this is someone So you see, this is a resume, an example resume. Some people used to write the objective up here, but it's not like recommended anymore. Okay, because it might make the HR lose interest in your resume. So you can skip it. Okay, qualification. This is the experience. Oh no, this is the education. Professional experience. This is the this is education. Okay, let's see on Google some. You can find hundred and thousand of templates on Google. They can help you. Resume examples. Okay, so can you see the image? So first experience, education, so certificates, license. Okay, you see there's no much information in it. Only the most interested information. Okay. Your next quiz will be writing a CV, a resume. This is another one. You see, this is also include the objective. This is not recommended anymore. Okay. Why it's not recommended anymore? Who can tell me?
Who can tell you شو يا أستاذ؟
And why objectives are not recommended anymore for human in employment?
Because the objective is known and إنه بيعرف what they want.
No, they don't actually. What mistakes can be done in the objective? Okay, wouldn't know what mistakes can be done, but we know that a lot of mistakes can be written in the objectives, okay, in the objective section. This is why human resources does not actually advise to write an objective on your resume. So you just write your simple experience, education, and some achievements, okay? Skills, of course, languages are important. The activity, if you've done activity, this means you have a lot of communication skills, okay? So you need to give a background information about yourselves, okay? Guys,
Yes.